Hello friends, my name is Abhishek Srivastava. Today we are going to do the chemistry subject in which we are going to do thermodynamics. So we are going to understand the definition of thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is the field which is concerned with the flow of energy when there is a difference in temperature. It flows from the higher temperature towards the lower temperature, in which there are many processes. So we are going to understand the processes, their definitions. So there is isothermal process. Isothermal process is the process in which the temperature remains constant and there is a change in pressure and volume, but the temperature remains constant. Such a process is known as isothermal process. Then there is adiabatic process. In adiabatic process, the heat given to the system and heat taken from the system, neither the heat is given to the system nor it is taken from the system. So in that, Q is zero, heat is zero. So for thermodynamic, for isothermal process, temperature is constant, and for adiabatic for adiabatic, Q is equal to zero, means the amount of heat given to the system and taken from the system is zero, means there is no exchange of heat in the adiabatic process. The processes that are occurring suddenly are adiabatic processes. For example, the adiabatic process is puncture of a tire. The gas is coming out very suddenly. So now there is the isobaric process. In isobaric process, the pressure remains constant. So here pressure is constant. So here this is constant, pressure is constant. This is known as isobaric process. So the temperature doesn't change, whereas the temperature and volume they change. So here the pressure remains constant. Isobaric, then it is isochoric. In isochoric, the volume remains constant. So the pressure changes and the temperature changes, but the volume remains constant. And here there is a cyclic process in which if a system starts from the initial point, it ends here at the initial point, following a circle in a cyclic path and returns to its original position. Here the internal energy remains constant, or in a way it remains zero. So these are the processes. So we are going to understand these processes once more. What is thermodynamics? So thermodynamics is the field in which we are concerned with the flow of heat. The heat flows from the higher temperature towards the lower temperature. So, and the heat flows as long as there is a difference in temperature from the higher towards the lower temperature. So here there is this is known as thermodynamics. Thermo means heat and dynamic means flow, so it is flow of heat. So there are various processes in isothermal. There are in it, there are various processes in thermodynamics. So this is isothermal is the process. Isothermal is a process in which the temperature remains constant. It doesn't change. Whereas the other components like pressure and volume they change, but the temperature remains constant. Such a process is known as isothermal process. And then the next process is adiabatic process. In adiabatic process, the heat remains equal to zero, means there is no exchange of heat. Heat is neither given to the surrounding nor it is taken from the system nor from the surrounding. So there is no exchange of heat between the system and the surrounding. Then there is isobaric process in which the pressure remains constant, means the pressure does not change, and whereas the volume and temperature they change. So such a process is known as isobaric process. Then there is isochoric process. In isochoric process, the volume is constant. The volume doesn't change, whereas the pressure and temperature they change. Uh, this is known as isochoric process. Cyclic process. Cyclic process is a process in which the system starts from the initial point and following a loop or a cycle, it ends at the initial point. Means such a process again reaches to its original conditions, and in that the internal energy remains constant. So this such a process is known as cyclic process. So I think you all might have understood this and these definitions. So please watch this video till the end, subscribe me and press the bell icon. Thank you.